Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranamayappa. Good evening, everybody. For those of you who just joined us, I'm not feeling well today, but don't forget whose day is it? Om Shakti, Parashakti. Good evening to everybody. If you just joined us and if you are watching this for the first time, you're live with us on Atonville TV. This is The Journey Show, the show about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal, and if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. Don't forget, because we are live, you can use the bottom column and interact with us in studio today where it says live chat. A very good evening to Vona this evening. She says namaste. Kim Padachi, Ramashni Padachi, and Asha Punan, Vanakkam. Well, welcome to those of you who are just viewing and don't feel like commenting this evening. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. You get people who are just viewers. Like, you get me on TikTok. I just view. I don't make those videos. All right, so as you know, today is Friday and we talk about the Divine Mother on Fridays in Hinduism. And as last week, we spoke about Durga Ma. Now we're going to do a whole full continuation of the show that we did last week. If you missed the show, don't feel shy. Subscribe to this channel and go back and recap on everything. But when we come back, we'll do a little recap of last week's show. Stay tuned. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
You can do anything. All you need is determination and a fresh pair of these nallies. But what's the point of looking like Injay game if all your money is on your feet and your dreams go up in flames? In this world of doing it for Ikram, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranamayappa, Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Atonville TV. This is The Journey Show, and we are all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or at the bottom column where it says live chat. We've got Auntie Cassie Punan coming in. She says, Vanakkam. Well, you can join us live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. It doesn't matter. Your comments will come through. Even if you're just giving a shout out to somebody and it has nothing to do with the show, it's fine. If you are celebrating a birthday, anybody, happy birthday to you. May you see many, many more. May God bless you. May all of your dreams and wishes come true. All right, so last week we were talking about Durga Ma, right? Just a bit of a recap of last week. Last week we explained that Durga Ma is a female actually the female energy that was created to destroy buffalo demon Mahishasura. Now, Durga Ma was created from the divine powers of Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Vishnu. Now, together the team has put together a beautiful, let's say a montage for you to have a look. So you had a quick look-see of what we had to say about Durga Ma last week. And today, remember we're talking about Durga Ma. We had a brief recap. Now, remember there are 10 weapons that Durga Ma holds in her 10 arms. Well, let's name them. The Trishul, the Chakra, or some people call it the disc, the Conch, meaning the conch shell, the bow and arrow, the thunderbolt, the sword, the mace, the lotus, and the snake was all bestowed to Ma from the other gods. Now, Yama also gifted Durga Ma his white-skinned elephant and the god of mountains. Now, Himavad gifted Ma jewels and a lion to ride on as a vehicle, right? Now, today, we're going to explain how Durga Ma actually killed Mahishasura over the 9 days. Now, Durga Ma decked in jewels, golden armor, and equipped with the fearsome weaponry of the gods. was ready to engage in battle with the fierce and cruel Mahishasura. Now her lion's thunderous roars shook the three worlds, oceans boiled and surf poured over land. Continents were torn at their granite foundations as a whole new chains of mountains rose. While older ranges crumbled, cracked and gave away to dust in 1,000 landslides, Mahishasura, as his demon allies, found their attention drawn from heaven to earth as Durga's power moved its way towards heaven. Now, as Mahishasura's army was struck down effortlessly by Durga, it became obvious to him that he was not as secure in heaven as he had thought. No demon could fight her and win. Her breath would replenish her armies, bringing back to life all of her soldiers who fell. Now from Aravatvatas, the gift, the bell, came confusing the clamor. Now the demons were in chaos and were easily defeated and captured. Now the ground was left littered with the broken limbs and body parts of the defeated demon army. Now Mahishasura was shocked and enraged by the disastrous events on the battlefield. He took the form of a demonic buffalo and charged at the divine soldiers of Durga, goring and killing many and lashing out with his whip-like tail. Durga's lion pounced and demon buffalo and engaged him in battle. Now while he was thus engaged, Durga threw her noose around his neck. Mahishasura then assumed the form of a lion, and when Durga beheaded the lion, Mahishasura escaped in the form of a man who was immediately face to face with a volley of arrows from Durga. Now the demon escaped yet again, and then having assumed the form of a huge elephant, battered Durga's lion with a tusk. With her sword, Durga hacked the tusk into pieces. The demon reverted once more to the form of the wild buffalo. He hid himself in the mountains from where he hurled boulders at Durga with his horns. Durga drank the divine nectar, the gift of Kuba. She then pounced on Mahishasura, pushing him to the ground with her left leg. She grasped his head in one hand, pierced him with her sharp trident held in another, and with yet another of her 10 hands she wielded her bright sword, beheading him. At last he fell dead and scattered surviving remnants of his once invincible army fled in terror. The fight lasted for what? 9 days, as we're speaking about. And after fighting for 9 days, Durga Ma destroyed Mahishasura on the 10th day. This day is celebrated as Dussehra Vijaya Dashami. Now, how goddess Durga Ma actually defeated Mahishasura's teachers? Well, basically what we're saying is today is how the goddess Durga Ma defeated Mahishasura teaches us now how to win over darkness and ruin egoism of someone. And goddess Durga puts great energy into our soul, and that is her way of actually protecting us. So her effulgent knowledge dispels the darkness inside us. Now, like Lord Shiva, Durga Ma's images, Durga Ma images also has 3 eyes? And this is to represent the universe, let's start with the universe, right? This is the universe we're talking about. Her left eye represents the moon and represents divine love. Her right eye represents the sun, which represents the transformative action. And her central eye, which is fire, represents knowledge. Now, the 3 aspects are the 3 aspects of the universe. So while these 3 eyes, we call her Triyambake. That means 3 eyes. Let's take a look at the story that I've just shared with you.
The Asura Mahisha was once performing a penance to appease Brahma. Pleased with his dedication, Brahma appeared before him. Mahisha put his palms together and requested Brahma to make him immortal. Brahma refused, saying,
"All who are born must die. You cannot escape death."
Mahisha did not want his penance to go waste, and so he came up with another plan.
"If I must die, Lord, then let it be at the hands of a woman."
Brahma granted his wish. As Mahisha saw Brahma leave for his home, he suddenly felt very powerful.
"How can a woman, a helpless creature, kill me? You have as good as granted me the boon of immortality."
Mahisha returned to his men in the netherworld, a jubilant man. Certain that the Devas were powerless against him, his army set off to capture heaven. Indra met the army outside of Amravati, the god's capital. Indra reminded Mahisha that he had tried this before and failed, warning him that his attempts were futile. Mahisha's reply was bold and straightforward.
Indra, I have come to fight. Use your weapon, not your tongue.
And so began a fierce battle between the Devas and the Asuras. Severely beaten, the Devas had to flee, leaving Mahisha to ascend Indra's throne.
I am the Lord of Lords. Henceforth, I alone shall be worshipped.
Mahisha's men would harass the priests who continued to worship Vishnu or Shiva. The Devas all gathered at Kailash, Shiva's abode, to discuss the menace of Mahisha. As the Devas spoke, an intense light came forth from the enraged faces of Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma. It was soon joined by the lights from the eyes of Indra and the other Devas. And from that very light came out a woman with 1,000 arms. This was none other than Devi Durga. Shiva drew forth his own trident and offered it to Durga. Vishnu, Indra and the other Devas also offered Durga their weapons. Durga, now armed with weapons from celestial beings, mounted a lion and let out a blood-curdling roar. Ha! I will destroy that evil Mahisha! So loud was Durga's roar that the seas trembled, the earth shook, and Mahisha's heart missed a beat. Mahisha rushed out of the palace to find Durga waiting for him. Durga raised her weapons and thundered, I have come here to fulfill Brahma's boon. You wanted to die at the hands of a woman, didn't you? Mahisha stepped back and summoned his men. The Asura army charged towards Durga, flinging all their weapons at her in anger. Durga took a deep breath, and as she let out that breath, 1,000 soldiers appeared to fight by her side. Alongside her army, Durga's lion trampled through Mahisha's army, destroying thousands of Asuras who stood in their way. Mahisha was furious. He assumed the form of a buffalo and charged forward. He charged at Durga's men, lashing at them with his tail. Durga flung a noose and captured Mahisha, but not before he had transformed into a lion and pounced at Durga. Durga drew out a sword and chopped off the lion's head. Mahisha rose and, assuming his own form, charged ahead. Then he transformed into an elephant and tugged at Durga's mount with his trunk. Once again, Durga drew her sword and cut off the elephant's trunk. Mahisha once again assumed the form of a buffalo. He snorted in rage. Durga stared at the charging bull with contempt. Snort, O fool! In a moment the Devas will roar in triumph at this very place where you are slain. Mahisha charged at her, but Durga leapt on top of him and pinned him down. As half of Mahisha emerged from the mouth of the buffalo, Durga raised her sword. At the very next moment, Mahisha fell, dead at Durga's feet. Just as Durga had predicted, the Devas appeared and were overjoyed. They sang her praises out loud.
O Durga, upholder of virtue, destroyer of evil, we humbly salute you. O Devi, continue to protect us.
And even today, Ma Durga continues to protect us from all evil.
Beautiful, well, montage and story put together. This was the story of Durga Ma, and this was thanks to the Devi Collection, a comic book based on the Vedas. So that was so super epic, don't you think? So if you guys want to check out the Devi Collection, check it out. I don't know, you just Google it, you'll see what it's like. But hey, you've got Attenville TV, you've got the Journey Show to help you educate yourself and enjoy a few more comics. Well, guys, if you just joined the show, welcome newcomers. Just a quick message coming in from Monax Beauty Queen. She says, good evening, everyone. I'm not actually Hindu, but I'm interested in the show and looking forward to learning something. Well, you definitely definitely chose the right place. You're going to learn something new every minute of the show. And this show is 1 hour every single weekday from 7 p.m. up until 8. A very good evening to Marty Govind coming in saying Vanakam. Vanakam to you too, sir. Well, guys, as today is the day of the mother right here on Hinduism and right here on Attenville TV, we are going to talk about Durga Ma and her 9 forms, as we know them in English, her avatars. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back straight after this commercial break. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us at Attenville TV. And this is the Journey Show, the TV show that's all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. And I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. If you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so with the contact details at the bottom right of your screen. Don't forget the bottom column where it says live chat. You can comment there as all comments come through to us. Thanks to everyone for interacting with us in studio today. If you want to give a shout out to your loved ones, you're welcome to do so. It's a live show. All right. Okay, so I told you guys we're going to talk about the 9 forms of Durga Ma. But before we do, let's keep you a little entertained this evening. We're gonna play you a song done by the Shanti people. It's called Mahishasura Mardini.
Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishiva Vinodini Nandanute Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasi Vishnu Vilasini Jishnu Nute Bhagavati He Shitikanta Kutumbini Puri Kutumbini Puri Krite Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kaparadini Shalya Sute Suravara Varashini Duradara Darashin Durmukha Marashini Harasarate Tribhuvana Poshini Shankara Toshin Kilibishmoshini Gosharate Danujani Roshini Dittisutta Roshini Durmada Shoshini Sindhu Sute Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Maradini Ramya Kaparadini Shalya Sute Ai Jakadamba Madamba Kadamba Vana Priya Vasini Harasarate Shikari Shiruamani Tunga Himala Shinagani Chalaya Matkiya Gate Madhu Madhure Madhu Kaita Baganjini Kaita Babanajini Asarate Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Maradini Ramya Kaparadini Shalya Sute Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishiva Vinodini Nandanute Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jishnu Nute Bhagavati He Shitikanta Kutumbini Puri Kutumbini Puri Krite Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Maradini Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Maradini Ramya Kaparadini Shalya Sute
That was impressive. That was one of the Shanti people with the Mahisha Sura Madini songs. And you know what? I've never heard a delivery like that so plain and simple. I've heard an entire song made with that, but I've never ever heard one person deliver that. Thank you so much to the Shanti people for sending us that video. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you can capture yourself with your smartphone, make sure when you do capture yourself, your phone is landscape, not straight up, and record yourself. If you've got any kind of challenge, Attenville TV will showcase it for you. All right. So getting back to the 9 forms, or should we say the 9 avatars of Durga Ma this evening. And we have the 9 forms of Durga Ma that are worshipped during the 9 days of Navaratri. Now, if you know anything about this, or if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so in the bottom column where it says live chat, or use the contact details at the bottom right of your screen. We've got Ramashni Padachi coming in saying that was beautiful. Yes, it was, Ms. Padachi. Thank you so much for joining the show this evening. All right, so let's start with the first avatar. All right, now before we get to that, sorry, my computer just froze. Okay, so anyway, let's start with the first one. Okay, we're talking about 9 forms. Now let's start with the first one. So now there's the first form is called Goddess Shailputri. Now Goddess Shailputri is the first manifestation of Goddess Durga. And she's holding a trishul in one hand and a lotus in the other, and rides a bull called Nandi. Everybody knows Nandi, okay? So this avatar of Goddess Durga is known as Sati, Ma Bhavani, Shakti Ma Parvati, and Hemivati. Now, Ma Shailputri is the daughter of the Himalayas. You guys know it as Mountain Himalaya, and the better half of Lord Shiva. Now, in Sanskrit, Shail means the mountain, okay? That's she is known as Shailputri. The second goddess is Goddess Brahmachari. Now, the second day of Navaratri is dedicated to Goddess Brahmachari. This goddess walks bare feet with a Rudraksha. You know the Rudraksha Mala, right, guys? Now, she walks around with a Rudraksha Mala in one hand and a sacred Kamandalu in the other. The meditative form of this goddess symbolizes Goddess Parvati when she actually engages in her deep meditation to please Lord Shiva. We've got Mardi Govan coming in saying a beautiful rendition. Thank you so much, Mardi. We've got Monex Beauty Queen saying, wow. Kim Padachi also follows to say that music was really good. Impressive, right, Kim? Yeah. All right, so getting back to our teachings today, and moving on to the third goddess. The third form, Goddess Dandakhanta. Now, the third day of Navaratri is of Goddess Dandakhanta. She is a fierce 10-armed goddess with a crescent moon on her forehead, which gives her the name Chandrakhanta. Now, she rides on a tiger to destroy all evil and is wicked. And in Ma Draghanta's arms, there's a lotus. A flower, well, you know the lotus flower, a bow and arrow, a bell, a sword, an oblong water pot, a Rudraksha Mala, and a mace along with a trishul. Now, the fourth goddess is Kushmanda. Now, the fourth day of Navaratri is of Devi Kushmanda, or Kashmanda rather. The name Kashmanda is derived from the 3 words, Ku. So I would prefer to say Kushmanda because it makes sense when you break it up and explain the words. So Ku means little, okay? Ushma means warmth or energy, and Amda means egg, which means the creator of the universe, right? So you get the name Kushmanda. Now, the goddess shines brightly with a smiley face in all 10 directions as the sun and controls the entire solar system. Now, in her 8 hands, she holds several types of weapons in 6 hands and a rosary and a lotus remaining in the other hands. So she rides on a lion as well. Don't forget that. Let's talk about the fifth goddess, Skandamata. All right. Now, Goddess Skandamata, who is worshipped on the 5th day, is also known as Panchami. Now, Lord Kartikeya is the son of Lord Shiva and Ma Parvati, and is also known as Lord Skanda. Now, this is why Ma Parvati is also known as Skandamata. Now, her vehicle is a lion and has 4 arms. While she carries out lotus in her upper 2 hands, she holds a 6-headed baby, Kartikeya, in the one hand. Okay, now goddess number 6, right? Now, Goddess Katyayani. is the 6th day of Navaratri and is dedicated to goddess Katyayani, who is a form of Shakti. Also known as the warrior goddess, Katyayani is considered as one of the most violent forms of goddess Parvati. And she has 4 arms and is carrying a sword, and she is the daughter of sage Katyayan and rides a lion too. All right, moving along with that, number 7, goddess Kalratri. On the 7th day of Navaratri, we worship Ma Kalratri. Ma Kalratri is the fairest avatar of the Ma Durga. The complexion of Ma Kalratri is dark like deep night. Scary, right? Fierce, right? Okay, so as per legend, she sacrificed her skin color and embraced a dark complexion to kill demons. Now, she is a 4-armed deity who rides a donkey, carries a sword, a trident, and a noose. She has a 3rd eye on her forehead, and that is believed to contain the entire universe. Now, Ma Kalratri also has long tresses which remain open, and her necklace shines like thunder. Ma Kalratri has 3 eyes, and fire comes out from her nostrils when she breathes. Fierce. Kind of cool. All right, number 8. Moving on to number 8, ladies and gentlemen, goddess Mahaguri. Now, on the 8th day of Navaratri, we actually worship Ma Durga as Mahaguri. Now, Mahaguri has 3 eyes, 4 hands, and with fair complexion. It is believed that Mahaguri defeats all evil forces of the universe and also from our inner soul. Remember that. She holds a damru, meaning a drum, okay, and a trishul, meaning a trident, okay, and in her she holds a trishul in her while the other 2 hands are held in postures of a bay and a varad. And blessing us with fearlessness and well-being. Pray to her, you will be fearless. All right. Last but not least, we got goddess Siddhidatri. Okay. Ma Siddhidatri is the 9th avatar of Ma Durga and is worshipped on the 9th day of Navaratri. Now, Ma Siddhidatri is represented with the 4 arms sitting on a beautiful lotus flower, and her arms hold gada. All right. Meaning it, and also a chakra and a shank, meaning a scallop shell, right? And not forgetting lotus flower. Now, her appearance glows in red, in a red sari, and her vehicle is a lion. The form of goddess Durga signifies perfection, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what you've just learned today, like I said, we were finishing the story from last week about Durga Ma, right? And today we did the recap of last week, okay? And now you've learned all the different forms or should I say the avatars of Durga Ma, and there are 9 of them. Now, talking about Durga Ma, interact with us in studio today. If you are a devotee, a follower, or if you're well educated about the Hindu culture, please do interact with us at the bottom of the screen where it says live chat, or you could drop us a WhatsApp on 074-660-5829. Today, we're talking about Durga Ma. Welcome back straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing. Mesmerized, trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Journey Show, and the show about we're basically exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, and if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, or you could use the bottom column where it says live chat. Now, today we're speaking about Durga Ma. For those of you who just joined us and are a little late, don't forget, if you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already, please. All right. So as we are talking about Durga Ma, we've got our lovely, I would like to call her, she's now our resident guest. She's no more a guest, she's a resident here. Shashi Gusain, all the way from London. All right. Now, we were talking about Durga Ma, right? But she wants to ask or answer the question for most people who are asking, what is Chaitra Navaratri? Let's take a look at what she has to say.
Namaste, I'm Shashi Gosai. As mentioned many times before, India is a land of festivals. And Hinduism dates back more than 5,000 years. We have ancient scriptures that tell us a code of life and how we should conduct ourselves in society. Lord Brahma started the creation of this universe in the month of Chaitra, which is the first month in the Hindu calendar. And it is during this time where the new vegetation starts, the flowers blossom, and it falls between March and April. And this shows the significance of the sun going through the zodiac cycle. And this was first originated in Hinduism. Some people believe that the goddess Durga descended on the first day of Chaitra Navratri, and Brahma started the work of creation of the universe at the behest of Mother Durga. Another belief is that Durga went to visit her parents during those 9 days. And it's said it's during those 9 days that she killed the demon Mahishasura. And this signifies the victory of good over evil. It's customary for Hindu women to go and visit their parents during these auspicious days till today. These 9 days are called Chaitra Navratri, and they're celebrated throughout India with great enthusiasm and devotion. And it holds such a great significance for every Hindu. So let's find out how. The new year begins with 9 days of turning inwards, prayers, meditation, chanting. And through this, we experience deep relaxation and creativity. And it is recognizing divinity in the whole creation and appreciating the nature and beauty around us. During Navratri, we worship the 9 incarnations of the goddess Durga, and is called Navdurga. Durga Mata or Devi represents the omnipresent cosmic energy which permeates through the whole creation. Some devotees fast for the whole 9-day period with just water and fruit. But we believe that the goddess Durga gives us inner strength and showers us with blessings where all our wishes are fulfilled. Ram Navami, the birthday of Lord Rama, falls on the 9th day of the Chaitra Navratri, and this day is called Ram Navratri. In the Chaitra Navratri, a kalash is installed and a flame is lit for the whole 9 days. Each day has a significance for the goddess, and we have an auspicious color that is worn on that day and certain flowers that are offered to the goddess on that day. So let's have a look at those. Offering flowers to the deities is a very important of Hindu puja. And this also coincides with the colorful spring season we have. So let's have a look at each aspect of the Durga Mata, what it signifies, what colors are worn, and what's the special flower that we offer on that particular day. Day 1 is Devi Shalaputri. She represents Devi Parvati, the daughter of Himalaya, the king of mountains. She's the divine consciousness that surges from the peak. We pray that we may also attain the highest state of consciousness. Devotees wear yellow, which symbolizes joy, happiness, and nature. And the special flower for this offering is hibiscus. Day 2 is Devi Brahmacharani. Brahma represents the divine consciousness, and Achar means behavior. So Brahmacharya is to be established in divine consciousness. This day is especially sacred to meditate and explore our inner divinity. This is a form of Devi Parvati in which she undertook severe penance to have Lord Shiva as her consort. She blesses the devotees with a long, peaceful and pure life, particularly those who are going through a troubled married life. Devotees wear green and the special flowers are chrysanthemums. Day 3 is Devi Chandraghanta, who has a half moon on her head. Chandraghanta is the form that Devi Parvati assumed at the time of her marriage with Lord Shiva. Chandra means moon and Ghanta means a bell. The moon represents our mind, which keeps moving from one thought to another. The significance is that when our mind is established with Mother Divine, then our inner life force, energy which gets stabilized, leads to peace and harmony. Devotees wear grey and offer lotus flowers. Day 4 is Devi Kushmanda. Ku means little, Ushma means energy, and Anda refers to egg. This entire universe, which arose from the cosmic egg, is manifested from the energy of the Devi. By praying to her, we also get blessed with a divine energy, intellect, strength, and power. Devotees wear orange, which represents brightness, happiness, and energy. And the associated flower is jasmine. Day 5 is Devi Skanda Mata, the mother of Skanda. This is a motherly aspect and affection of Devi Parvati. Worshipping this form of the Devi brings abundance of wisdom, wealth, power, prosperity, and liberation. The day represents purity and one should wear white. Yellow flowers, for example, yellow rose, are offered on the day. Day 6 is Devi Katyayani. This is a form that slayed the demon Mahishasura. She was born from the anger of the gods. She's the anger that arises in creation in order to restore balance. She puts an end to all our inner conflicts that are an obstacle on the path of spiritual evolution. Devotees wear red, which represents the anger of the goddess towards the enemies. The flower for offering is marigold. Day 7 is Devi Kalaratri. Mother Nature has two extremes. One is beautiful and serene, and one is terrifying and monstrous. Devi Kalaratri is the fierce form of Devi. Kalaratri represents the infinite dark energy that houses innumerable universes. Night is also considered an aspect of Mother Divine, as it's night that brings solace, rest, and comfort to our souls. By praying to her, we invoke fearlessness and stress-free life. Devotees wear dark blue, representing the immense dark power, and the associate flower is Passiflora or Krishna Kamal. Day 8 is Mata Mahagauri, which represents the beautiful and serene aspect of nature. Goddess Durga took this form after Lord Shiva was pleased by her penance and appeared in front of her. This is when Lord Shiva poured Ganga Jal on the goddess and her complexion became milky white. She is that energy which propels our lives and also liberates us. Devotees wear pink, which represents hope and self-refinement, and the associated flowers are mogra or the Arabian jasmine. Day-night is Devi Siddhidatri. Siddhi means perfection, so this aspect brings the perfection in our lives. She makes the impossible possible. She blesses us with divine knowledge, energy, strength, and wisdom. Devotees wear violet, which represents aspiration and power, and the flower for offering is champa. According to Hinduism, our spirit or the eternal essence has always existed. It is the energy force in this universe. The prayers, chanting, and meditation performed during Navratri connects us with our spirit, which invokes positive qualities and destroys laziness, pride, obsessions, and cravings. The prosperity that we enjoy in our daily lives is a manifestation and a gift from the Divine Mother. The Divine Mother can take many forms. It's a mother, the father, the friend, the sister, the daughter, and also our first guru. Through our puja, we say, "Oh Mother, whatever you give to me, I give back to you." For example, during puja, we offer food grains to Devi as nature provides us with food. The puja that we perform during the 9 days of the Navratri festival is our way of honoring the Devi. It is showing our gratitude to the Mother Divine. We leave all our worldly goods and worries for a while and get into this deep meditation. And through this, we realize that the Devi, the Shakti, is within us and not somewhere far away. Well, I hope you enjoy listening to a little bit of Hinduism.
Yes, we did, Shashi Gusai. Thank you so much, all the way in London. She was explaining what is Chitra Navratri. She just explained it to you. Hope you enjoyed that piece. Thank you. I did. Well, as we're still going on with the show, we'll give you a little bit of entertainment, but when we come back, straight after this commercial break.
For the ones we trust to always be there. For the ones caring for others. For the ones who keep going no matter where they are. In extraordinary times, extraordinary people step up and tackle the big things and the little things that matter. For the ones making sacrifices, standing guard, and standing on the front lines, we're grateful for all you do, and we're always here to help you do it. For the ones who get it done.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Journey Show, the show about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal, and if you'd like to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. You can also use the lower bottom column where it says live chat, as we are streaming live. All right. So if you're joining us for the first time, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like, really, just click subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell so it notifies you whenever we are live. All right. So we were talking about Durga Ma, as today, Fridays, is the day of the mother in Hinduism. And don't forget, we did educate you, right? Now, while educating you, I didn't forget to not entertain you. No. Coming up next, here is a Deshan Style and Naidu with Amigeye Eswariye. Here we go. Om Shakti, Parashakti, Amma! How was that energy? Deshan Stein and I all the way in Durban praising Ma. Woo! Okay, I'm energized now. Now I can just, I can run a marathon. Oh yeah. all right. Deshan Stein and I do love your work, honey. Brilliant. Thank you for your entertainment every single day. It's come to that time of the show where I know it's Ramashni Parachi's favorite time as we talk about the Vedic astrology side of things, and it also interacts. It actually becomes like this. Vedic astrology and Hinduism works like this. It's how the universe just works. Love it. Okay, now let's talk about the 9 avatars of Durga Ma and the planets that they actually control. Oh yes, I like it. Okay, so Ma Durga actually created this universe out of her Shakti herself, right? Did you know that? Okay. Well, in fact, according to Gita, she is the greatest goddess of the universe. Now, similarly acquires a similar place to Lord Krishna in the Vaishnavism, if you know about this, right? Now, as said by Skand Puran, the goddess Parvati took up the name Durga because she killed the monster demon Mahishasura, right? That's what the book says. Now, the original of the Navaratri festival is known as thus in the Vedic astrology. In order to rescue Sita, Ram had to appease the deity Durga for her help in the battle. And as instructed, Hanuman flew to the Debida, and the only place where one could find blue lotuses, all right, and brought back 108 lotuses for his Lord Ram, because it was all known that he was born with lotus eyes. All right, I'll leave you with that for this week. We're going to have a little bit more on Vedic astrology from next week. I will do more research. For those of you who are non-Hindu, you're going to love it, as you will learn how the universe works and how Hinduism carries the information on that. All right, so let's take a look at the BTSB, what they have advertising for us. They got the Kartikeya Deepam coming up on the 6th of December. Check it out.
Om Namah Shivaya Namo Namah. 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 Yennilum Namah Shivaya, Yerudilum Namah Shivaya. 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 Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Are you guys going? Because I'm going. It's the last prayer of the year, everybody. The Kartikeya Deepam. For those of you who are non-Hindu and still learning about it, you read the little snippet on the advert, what it's truly about. But if you really want to get into it, hey, come join us here at Arenville TV, and we will inform you and educate you on what it's about. Or you could just come It's up to you. All right. So we got something from the Tirukkural with the 108 principles of the value system, which we teach you every single day. We teach you one valuable, lesson. Now today's lesson is know that all things are temporary. That is a fact. You know what? It's not permanent. Whether you're happy or whether you're sad. When you're in that sad moment, this is why I can always be like this. Guys, do you know how bad I'm feeling right now? I'm actually quite ill. My tummy is turning. We all get sick. I am human, but I can still perform. And please excuse me if I did a bad delivery this evening. I'm not feeling well. I have a tummy ache. I'm not well at all. But please forgive me if I didn't deliver the show well. If I did, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope I've done my job and my duty as a devotee this evening. And thank you everybody for watching the show. I'd like to give a very, very big welcome to Mardi Govinda, who has joined the show for the first time today. I think it's your first time, I'm not sure, but it's the first time you interacted with us. So thank you so much to you for tuning in and enjoying the show. Well, I see you stayed, so I guess you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Palindran Munsami for the 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukkural. As you can see it in yellow every day as we put it up on the screen. And today's lesson, know that all things are temporary. The only guarantee in life, guys, is death. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, have a blessed weekend. See you guys on Monday, same time, same place. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa. Om Shakti, Parashakti. Good night.